Hello friends, welcome to my channel, Abhijay's Fun World. So today, before we say today, remember in the last video of Scratch, we learned how to use the looks blocks. Not all of them, but some of them, right? So in this video, we're gonna learn how to use the remaining looks blocks. So it's gonna be really fun. Guess what? See, in the next video, we're gonna do how to do a project using looks blocks. It might have some advanced concepts like operators and sensings that I used, but we'll get to those in future videos. If you don't get it, it's fine. So, because when our sensing videos and operators come out, then you'll probably get it. Come on, let's learn more Scratch. So let's learn the other looks blocks. Okay, looks blocks. Looks blocks are used to control the appearance of sprites or stage. We have seen in our previous video, part 1 of looks blocks. We went over the details of where to find the looks blocks and looked at half of the look blocks. Like I showed you before, looks blocks are the purple colored blocks shown here. These are one of the most used blocks. Some of these apply to sprites only. That is to control the appearance of our sprites. And some apply for the stage. We have looked at all these blocks till switch costume and next costume in part 1. You can find the link to part 1 in the description below. Let us start with where we left off from part 1. First, we have switch backdrop block. I think you remember from my previous videos on how to add backdrops. Let me quickly add some so we can see these looks blocks in action. If you go to the stage here, you have multiple ways to add different backdrops. Let's click on search and select some backdrops. Let's make our cat go to the beach. Maybe the city too. And how about the park? And maybe the last one, let's do a playground. Playground, I love playgrounds. There is one. Okay. If you go to the backdrops tab here, you can see all the backdrops we selected. Alright, let's get back to the code. The switch backdrop to block changes the backdrop of the stage to a selected one. So, if you can click on the drop down, we can see all the backdrops we just added to the project. This is so cool. We can see all the backdrops we just added to the project. You should be able to select any of these. This block is a commonly used block. It is used whenever the stage must switch to a specific backdrop. Let's get our catch the beach in Malibu. Let's run there. Here we go. You can select to change the backdrop to colorful city. There we go. Nice. This is used a lot in animations and games. Alright, we looked at what this does. So let's move on to the next block. So our next block is we have the next backdrop. The next backdrop block is a looks block. This block simply changes the backdrop to the next one in the list of backdrops. Let's try it out. Let me add a loop around it so we can see the switching of backdrops with this one single block. I think it will go a bit too fast, so let me add a wait seconds down there. And how about when green flag clicked at the top? Perfect. Okay, let me run it. Whoa, it looks cool, doesn't it? There we go. If the current backdrop is the last in the list, the block will loop up to the first backdrop in the list. Alright, so the next one we have is the switch backdrop to and wait block. You have to click on your backdrop to see the block. So, the switch backdrop to and wait. Okay, so it functions similar to the switch backdrop block, but this block waits for any code you want to run when the backdrop switch happens. So this is a little advanced, but when you usually use this block along with an events block, it's called when backdrop switches to block. I'll go over the details when we get to the events blocks. Okay, next we have the change size by block. So this block changes the sprite's size by the amount we specify. So the default size is 100. You can see it here. So you can specify, let's change by 5. And every time I run this code, you can see the size changing here. If you give negative values, the size gets smaller. Let me show you. Okay, -5, right? So there we go. You can use this in projects for animations or games to make the sprite go bigger or smaller. So what if you say 2000? It'll go gigantic, right? And -2000 will go weensy small. Okay, so the next block we have is set size to % block. This block is also used to change the sprites by specified %. The default sprite size is 100%. You can see it here. Changing this percentage will change the size. Let us try to run and see. Let's do 50%. That might be good. See? Ooh, it became a bit smaller. Nice. It became half. Okay, so the next block we have is the set effect to block. It's a really cool looks block. This is a fun block where you can apply different effects on your sprite. If you click this drop down, you can see all the different effects available, and you can select the effect from the drop down and then specify the amount. Let me show you how each of these work. There are 7 different effects to choose from: color, fisheye, world, pixelate, mosaic, brightness, and ghost. You can select the color to change the color of sprites with the color effect we specify. Let us try to change it to 50 and run it. Now let us change it to see, and you can see the different colors. Now it's green, so let's change it to 20 maybe. And yellow / greenish, whatever that color is, 60 maybe. How about 90? I'm just waiting for it to become blue. Yay, blue! It's my favorite color. Okay, so next we can use the fisheye effect to make a sprite look like it is in water. Okay, let's click it out. Change the fisheye effect to 20. And, ooh, it looks weird. Okay, and the next option we have is whirling sprites with the whirl effect. Okay, let's change it to 50 and try it out. Ooh, its mouth turned. And then we have pixelating sprites with the pixelate effect. You can see the pixels now. Ooh. Next, we have the mosaic effect. This creates the illusion of multiple sprites with mosaic effect. Whoa, bajillion of them there. Okay. Next, we have the brightness effect, where you can change the different levels of the brightness with the number you specify here. Let's continue with 50. Let's try it out. Oh, I think that's a bit too. Maybe let's say 20 now. 25. It's become a bit darker, maybe. Yeah, I think it's become a bit darker. Okay, the final option here is the ghost effect. Guess what this does? We can make the sprites transparent with the ghost effect. Let me show you. Okay, before that, I think we need to take away the thing. But let me just show you how to take away that in a moment. Okay, so the ghost effect, let me show you. There we go. You can make sprites fade with the ghost effect. You can also combine these different effects together on a sprite. Hey guys, but wait! We can't take away these. Oh no! To take away the effects, we have to drag this clear graphic effects. Let's click that. There we go, it's back to normal. So, I don't think you guys saw the ghost effect. So, let's change it back to 50, ghost effect to 50. And then, let's try it again. Okay, it became transparent. Now, okay, you can also combine these effects together on a sprite. I just want to also add there's a change effect by block. If you put the change color effect by 50, you can see how the colors are changing. Okay guys, you can use this more in animations. Okay, let me quickly show how the other effects are. Abhijay. Whirl. Whoa. That sprite looks like a cannonball. Pixelate. Wow! Mosaic. Oh, a bunch of mosaics. Brightness. Ooh, yeah, I love brightness. Okay, and the last one is ghost. Well, let's just clear the graphic effects. Clear it up. Oh, I didn't show you ghost. And ghost. Okay, guys. I hope you like these effect blocks. They're really fun. Okay, moving on. Alright, then we have the show and hide blocks. As the name suggests, these blocks are used to show the sprite and hide the sprite in the code. The sprite is already showing. Using the show again will not change anything. Same way, if the sprite is already hidden, hide block will not have no effect. These two are the simplest and most widely used blocks. Let me quickly show these in action. You can add conditions in your code to use these blocks as part of your logic. Okay, so show hide. Nice, right? Okay, finally, we have to go to the layers blocks. The first one here is go to layer block. That makes a sprite go to the very backmost or frontmost layer. If you click the drop down, we have two options, and front and back. Depending on what we select here, it'll make a sprite at the backmost layer will be covered by any sprites, or the frontmost layer where you'll be in front of all the sprites. Okay, so let me add another sprite on top of our cat to show these blocks in action. How about two? It might be better. That might be cool. How about another one? Okay, we have lots of animals. We got two animals. That's fun. So the cat is right now in the back layer. So we have the code set to go to front layer. So let's click on it, and it comes to the front. Wow! And then if you click the go to black layer, there we go. Right in the back behind the caboose line. Wow, okay? The next block we have is the go by layers block. It moves its sprite forward or backward a given number of layers. Moving a sprite forward causes it to appear in the front of other sprites, and moving it backwards causes it to appear behind other sprites. Let us try this. And so now we have 3 layers of sprites. So if we say go back 1 layer, it will be the middle of the caboose train. See, right there in the middle, the crab is at the back. And if we say go backward another layer, oh, 2 layers, that means it'll go, oh, it went back 2 layers. Okay, let's make it go forward 2 layers. Right there in the front. Okay, so we covered all the look blocks. At the end, we have some variables. Hey, do you see? There's 3 other small blocks, and they have some boxes next to it. Let's click on those boxes maybe. Oop, a check comes there. Ooh, and it also shows up there. Let's click the other 2 probably too. Then they both will come up there too maybe. Whoa, they all came up there. These are variables that define which costume your sprite is in. So the sprite 1, our cat sprite, costume is number 1, and backdrop number 4, and the sprite size is 100. So we could use these variables in our code that Scratch gives us to specify to use this in our logic. Awesome! I want you to try some of these blocks we discussed to create conversations, add effects, switch backdrops, make animations, switch costumes, much more. The looks blocks are just so cool. I'll show a project in the next video to help you understand more about looks blocks. Thank you! If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye!